It's so crazy that despite the crazy expose Deutsche Welle did on Mediheal and how Kenyans have been joking about how our brothers in LD, all of the Ndudi guys in LD only have one kidney because they fell into that trap, nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. As in, they're still doing business as usual. No one has been arrested, even though there's all kinds of reports showing that even the guy who opened it allegedly even came from India where he was doing that thing.
And now to disturbing revelations following a government probe into operations at Mediheal Hospital in Eldoret. Investigators have flagged suspicious activities suggesting possible organ trafficking linked to kidney and liver transplants at the facility. Now, the findings have triggered calls for the multi-agency investigation into transplant procedures across the country, amid concerns that foreign patients are flying in, receiving kidneys and leaving, while local donors there are lured into the trade for financial gain.
This is Eldoret, Kenya, a town with a dark secret. Here, human kidneys are bought and sold in a dangerous underground trade. And Ammon, a 22-year-old from a poor village, got caught in the middle. This is the story of Kidneys for Cash, a global organ trafficking network, a failed system, and the lives destroyed along the way. Ammon was desperate for money. He was approached by brokers who promised him a better life. If he agreed to sell a kidney, he said no, many times.
Nilikuwa nimekataa, and then kuna siku nikaanza ni kusota kuwa broke, ana sina anything kabisa. Nikifanya kitu hata sina anything, nikabidi nikawapigie nikamaliza ile deal ikoje.
But the pressure grew and finally he gave in. He was taken to Mediheal Hospital in Eldoret, where Indian doctors performed the surgery. He was promised $6,000. He received just $4,000. Then he was sent home. Back home, the truth came out when Ammon fainted. His mother rushed him to a clinic and learned he had only one kidney. She filed a police report, but nothing happened. No arrests, no justice.
We meet a frail Ammon Kipruto walking slowly beside his mother on their way to Moi Referral Hospital for a routine checkup, a journey filled with uncertainty as his fragile condition offers no clear end in sight. At just 23 years old, Kipruto is battling complications stemming from a kidney donation. His ordeal began when a group of men lured him with promises of quick wealth in exchange for one of his kidneys.
Ammon's story is just one thread in a massive international operation. A company called Medla connects desperate patients from Germany, Israel, and beyond to organ donors in Kenya, Pakistan, and Kazakhstan. Donors are flown in, often lied to, often poor. They're paid scraps. Meanwhile, recipients pay up to $200,000 for a new kidney. One insider told us some donors didn't even understand the documents they signed. Under Kenyan law, organ donations must be voluntary, or between relatives. But loopholes and lack of oversight have made it easy for traffickers to exploit the system. Police say they can't prosecute. The law is silent.
These guys are preying on vulnerabilities of young people from a poor country. And most of these young people, again, are also one of the most vulnerable within this society.
Under Kenyan law, organ donations must be voluntary, or between relatives. But loopholes and lack of oversight have made it easy for traffickers to exploit the system. Police say they can't prosecute. The law is silent. Back in Germany, this woman, Sabina. She needed a kidney and paid Medley to get one. She met her donor once, a 24-year-old from Azerbaijan. She didn't ask questions. She just wanted to live. At the center of it all, Swar Mishra Kiprop, who is the owner of Mediheal Hospital, that has been conducting illegal organs harvesting on Kenyans, now holds a prominent position in the government. A former Kenyan MP, now appointed to the Kenya Biovax Vaccine Institute by the President William Ruto himself. Today, Ammon struggles to survive. He can't do heavy work. His health is fragile, and his family is worried about what happens next. He was used, lied to, left to suffer. Organ trafficking is not just about kidneys. It's about power, poverty, and silence. Until justice is served, more lives will be lost. More stories unheard. This story was brought to you by Havana Media. I'm your host, John Mbugua. If this opened your eyes, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Let's keep the conversation going.